Now, Mr. A-Game,
Yes, hello.
you've currently started a new game to stream.
I have The
What is
Legend
that
of Zelda,
Oh.
Ocarina of Time,
Ooh.
3D.
Oh, 3D.
On the 3DS.
So, do you have an actual 3DS that you're playing on with a capture card installed?
No. Well, I do have the game on 3DS. I do have it. However, recording it is a butt. Like, it's a pain in the butt.
Yep.
So you either have to go and send your 3DS to get chipped, which can then record software, or you can homebrew it, or you can...
Which we don't recommend at all.
No. See, for me, I've got the Majora's Mask Special Editions 3DS, and I don't want to wreck that.
No, and also, like, you are able to legally back up your game because you purchased it.
Yeah, I've got it.
That's
so,
right.
Exactly. I've
You
got it at
purchased
home.
it.
So
You're backing it up.
yeah, so for me, I'm using the Citra emulator, and I'm running a texture pack as well, which makes it look high definition, e.g., as you can see right
That
there.
looks cool.
Like, it looks unreal.
Yeah.
It's so crispy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about this game.
Oh.
What do you like about it? What do you love about it?
I love that this game was made in 1997,
Yep.
and it still holds up today.
Hey, Braden,
Or
Yo.
98.
when were you born?
1997.
Beautiful. Like, it's
It's
such
aged
a
better than
great
me.
3D Zelda. Oh, dear. Oh, man. Yeah, so this was my first Zelda game that I played.
Right.
I was 5 years old when I played it, and I got scared by a Deku scrub in the Great Deku Tree, and I didn't know that you could bounce back the Deku seeds, and I died, and I was like, Mum, this is too scary, I don't want to play this anymore. And so then I just stopped playing and didn't play another Zelda game until Skyward Sword
Wow.
when I was 23.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
This game for me, I was older than both of you at that time. I was still in school. Mm-hmm. High school. So this game, I was obsessed with it because this was probably my first real open 3D world.
Yeah.
Like, we obviously played Mario 64.
Yep.
But that was hub worlds.
Yeah.
Whereas this was like you go out to
go-
Hyrule Field.
yeah, you go
and
wherever
it's
you want.
like, holy smoke. And there was stuff you could find and discover. What a lot of people don't realize is this is the first game to introduce any kind of real concrete Zelda lore.
Yeah.
Like the three guardians, the three goddesses, the Triforce. Up until this game, there was only two Triforces. Power and Wisdom.
Really?
Yeah, Courage got added in this game.
So what was the third? Like, what was the third part? It was just
There was none.
It was just so it was like a duo force.
Yeah, Force. But it was called the Triforce.
Yeah. So it
That's
just
why
didn't do anything.
in that Zelda cartoon that came out in the 90s, one thing that always used to bother me as a kid watching it, one of the opening lines in the intro was, this is the Triforce of Wisdom. The evil wizard Ganon has the Triforce of Power. Whoever has both Triforces will rule this land forever.
No.
Both
I think they were just cowards who didn't want to call it the Biforce. And went with a whole bunch of fan fiction.
the Biforce, that's a comic I want to read.
Yeah.
Triforce, anyway. They're on tricycles. They have the Triforce of Power and Courage. Anyway, lore into this one. So many secrets. So many dungeons. Just a great game overall.
Yeah.
Can't say enough
Great
good
game.
things about this. I will say this, though. Majora's Mask was better.
I love Majora's. Yeah. I'd say so.
Better game. It takes a while to get into. You need to get through that first dungeon.
Yep.
But as soon as you get through that first dungeon and you go back to Young Link, the storyline in there, this weird twisted reality, because all they did was they used the character models and the engine, and because Ocarina of Time was so popular, they just pumped this out in a year. And it was a much more smaller, intimate, but because you had the time travel mechanic,
It was amazing.
and I tell you what, if you finish Majora's Mask and you do not do Kefki's mission before you finish the game, you're a monster.
Is that the love story one?
Yep.
Oh, dude, that was so fun.
Because what I really love about that, spoiler alert for a game that's 20 years old, the fact that Kefki's mission, in order to complete it, comes like right down to the last 5 seconds.
It's
of the
so
final
great.
Game.
Yeah, and they reunited as soon as the moon starts to fall, and you're like,
And then you have
I
to
helped do this.
Yep. And
So
they're
good.
looking at the moon come down, and you have to go back.
Yep.
Or if you're a real human, that's where you go, no, now I'm going to take on the Skull Kid. Did you get
Nice.
Fierce Deity's Mask?
Yeah, I did it. Well, I did it on the 3DS. So,
okay.
but for me, I did it, completed it all.
That was great.
Yeah.
Majora's Mask, when you get the fierce deity. And what I loved about
wreck 'em.
Majora's Mask as well was almost the horror themes it had. Like you're taking
Oh, it's scary as.
the spirits and the bodies of these creatures that were living. And then when Link puts on the mask and transforms, he screams in pain.
And you're like, Mom?
He rips through.
Yeah.
And he's screaming when he transforms. And you never saw that before. It was always hugs and puppies when characters went through a transformation. But this looks like guttural. Like it almost really injured him.
And the moon.
The moon was
Not the
freaky,
moon.
Oh, and the final level, the fact that you go on the moon and it's just
dude.
this white area with a tree and like kids skipping around in the 4 bosses'
Like,
masks.
creepy as.
Anyway, Ocarina of Time is a pretty good game.
Yeah.
You're gonna try and go through the whole kit caboodle?
I don't think I'll 100% it.
No.
Mainly just because I am playing it for content reasons. So I think most people would want to see just the main story. Might do a couple side quests here and there, but in terms of like 100%ing it, I don't think so. Just because it takes so long.
Oh yeah, it's a big game.
Yeah.
It's a big game. There was a prototype of Ocarina of Time unearthed by the gaming site Forest of Illusion.
Okay.
The prototype was from just 3 days before the game launched, and likewise contains only minor differences in audio, text, and gameplay.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so this is a couple of days before launch. So they obviously
Why
just
is there a house?
they just haven't launched. This is Kakariko
Oh, nice.
or Kakariko, whatever. it is.
Yeah, Kakariko Village.
Ocarina of Time was originally going to give you a grass whistle to summon Epona, like in Twilight Princess.
Yep.
Another data dump apparently reveals that there was going to be an item that lets you fly around as Navi.
Oh, sick. That would make it so much better.
Yeah?
Because everyone hates Navi.
Yeah. Hey, listen!
Yeah, and you're like, shut up, man. I'm trying to do the water temple.
Oh, the
You
old
can be
water temple.
Navi.
Do you know they
you know.
tweaked the water temple in the 3DS version?
Yeah, they made it a little bit easier.
That's ridiculous. It wasn't that hard to begin with.
Yeah.
Guys just
So
need to get good.
I played it on the 3DS, but I had no issue doing it whatsoever. I was like, why do people say this is so hard?
Yeah, it's not.
It was fine.
It's just if you went one way instead of the other, like you couldn't reset it.
Yeah.
So even weirder, there's a cache of items from the better build, which is what we're looking at now, that seems to confirm that Nintendo almost gave Ocarina of Time its own version of the blue shield.
Blue shell.
Blue shell.
What did blue shell do? What, go straight to Ganon?
Shoots him in the head.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, so again, we like the video games past, present, and future. I like looking back at the past of video games and getting all these beta versions uploaded to the internet. So
Gamer Boy Dad's got a good comment there. It was annoying having to change the boots all the time. On the 3DS, you can do it with the push of a button on the second screen.
That's
Whereas
right.
on the Nintendo 64, you'd have to pause it and equip it.
That's
Fair
true.
enough. That
No,
would be tedious.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Quality of life.